Hello guys, Vicario here. It's been a long time since I've done videos like this. It's been such a long time. Only because it's not like I'm super busy. It's just there's so many things that I want to do, so many videos, so many content creators I want to watch, many video games I want to play, or comics, but it gets really exhausting. Even more, this job is really wearing me out. Having to drive. I mean, I could drive for long, but knowing that your car doesn't have amazing gas mileage really just drains you. Anyways, just wanted to give you I guess, kind of a comeback, from the news slash political content, because normally I'm very done with most of the politics and the news. The only news that I watch is from a channel called The Quartering. Sure, he may not be perfect 100%, but honestly, The Quartering sounds better to listen to than, I don't even know if he's even conservative or not. But he sounds so much better to listen to than, say, like Mark Dice, I'm really tired of just listening to Mark Dice, I haven't watched him for a long time, So this is like a recap to my opinions to what I think's been happening. It's been a long time. So first, let's start with Hunter Avalone. For those of you who don't know who Hunter Avalone is, he's a man that, well, he's kind of the same age as me, but, I mean, when I came back to watching his content, not that I believe in the left-right paradigm. I mean, he was a conservative. So let's get back to, before I get and take too long, I want to try to make this short if I can. So for those of you who don't know, Hunter Avalone used to do conservative content, he used to make, I think it was back in 2016 was when he really got kind of popular. And, just seeing him back in 2017, I believe, or 2018, I think it was 17 or 18, seeing his content, he used to, I kind of really liked his format, I think it was in 2018 when he became an atheist, He became an atheist during that time, And I didn't really think about it too much. I was sad, to see him leave the Christian faith, or at least having faith in the Most High. I was really upset to see that, but not too much. I was okay with it, to tell you the truth. I just let it slide, And when I saw a video of him back in March of 2019 saying, he talked about his girlfriend already. I forgot her name, which I will get into what happened. And just getting back into it, his video, I was getting kind of tired of his videos. I stopped watching him constantly. I think I unsubscribed in January or February of 2019. And then having to come back and then to see, oh, I'm going to have a son. And I don't even know if they were married. No, they were not. So typically, he got her girlfriend pregnant. And I mean, you have no idea how angry that made me. He wasn't even married at all. Not that I care if someone gets or not. But the fact to know that it wasn't planned, that really made me so mad, And I didn't care too much, I was like, what the hell, bro? Why? And it just makes me mad to see people excuse themselves to have, no control over themselves. Girls and, men and women too. I guess teens too, boys and girls. But God, does it make me so mad, to just see, him, and he was like, oh, well, it happened. Like, bro, of course it happened, but But you got her pregnant like that. Well, you guys didn't even plan having a child yet. You did it too early. And that really made me so mad. It literally, I was furious. And I was like, you know what? That's it, I'm done. I'm done with this man. To now that he got a girl pregnant like that, unplanned, and oh, I didn't know it was gonna. How can you not know it was gonna happen? This is what makes me so mad about people pretending like it can't happen. Haven't you learned about sex ed? How how a kid is created? Didn't you learn that? And people want to forget it. Oh, this is why I don't even want to. This is the reason why I don't want to have a girlfriend, because it does lead to that. It does. I don't trust myself, and I don't think those of you who aren't ready should even trust yourselves either. And then that was the end of it. It has been so many years since I've watched this content. I did a great job not watching his videos. I haven't come back to see, or maybe I have, but I didn't really care too much. But I didn't know until June of 2023. I just learned that he switched to becoming a liberal, a left-winger, which really definitely made the right really mad. That infuriated the right. That made the right so mad, I bet. And I mean, I do see it as a betrayal. I would have rather much have seen him become more of a moderate or a hardcore centrist, and then with like the LGBTQ stuff, instead of being so unneutral about it. I don't care if people are homosexual. I don't give a crap. And we will get back to that, which has to do with, a beer brand, which we will talk in a little bit. I'm trying to recap with what I didn't say early, because this is the only time I can make a video like this, because I'm really trying to waste my time on other stuff than making YouTube videos that involves politics and news, because that's not my main focus of the channel anymore. That's why I don't do lives, because nobody really watches my live streams. Maybe people would if I had a bigger views, but it really, and just to see him, and then I've been hearing him say Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. I'm like, even if they were, I don't even care if they're Nazis anymore. I don't really care, YouTube really is a horrible place to speak out against the establishment. YouTube sucks, You suck, YouTube. I'm going to stay here and complain about you, YouTube. I don't care if that pisses anybody off. But YouTube doesn't deserve any money. So I don't care if people find ways to bypass the I seriously don't care if people try to bypass whatever payment system. I really don't care. I'm not going to say exactly, because that's exactly the reason why I got in trouble, So there's a viewer called Days of Noah. So yeah. Anyways, so that's really why, I just stopped, watching his videos, to see him, go and, use the left wing liberal bullcrap talking points, just to see, and just like the right too. I'm not defending the right here. I think the right are a bunch of whores for the police and the military. They're a bunch of big hoes and I don't care who serves in the army. I really don't have anything against you. But if you're trying to use that as a way to build sympathy, I hate when people try to build sympathy, to try to, trip guilt you into supporting them, I know Anthony Herrera Tony, aka the AR-702, or he used to be called Tactical Tony 702. He was an Army veteran. I think he said he served in the Navy. I really don't. I think, some veterans really know what's going on with all this garbage, So I've been watching Moon, This is probably going to be a 20-minute video. Who cares? I just need to make a video just to see, just so I can project the opinions, to my viewers that used to watch my videos, my political content like months or years ago. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Hunter Avalone. And not to mention the fact, that he got divorced. Well, okay, more to say. But I promise you I'll move on. So yeah, just seeing, him, he got divorced from said wife, which was his girlfriend at that time. So he got divorced from her wife, So I'm like, you know what? I guess that's what he gets, for being such a lukewarm motherfucker, and to see him, just change, I would have been okay if he was a moderate. I probably still wouldn't watch his content because I will not forgive people who pretend I didn't know it was going to happen. Or maybe I did misinterpret. That's what it sounded like he said. Or to make it not like a big deal, it is a big deal when somebody gets pregnant like that unplanned, and they weren't planning on having children at that time. That's why I'd rather stay single, I don't want to get into a relationship because that's what it leads to. But anyways, that's all I have to say for him. I could say more, but I would be wasting my time. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, But anyways, Hunter Avalone, you already lost my respect years ago. But this totally, definitely made me lose my respect for you. 200%, I don't want to ever hear about this asshole again, It's a betrayal to see him go into the dark side, to the unholy, ungodly left, And then on top of that, for all you people on the right who still want to cling into that false hope, the only hope that you should be going into is, with God, and I haven't been doing a better job as I thought I was, but I guess I do need to get close to the Most High, If you're not religious, that's fine, I'm not telling you what to believe or not, but I hope you guys can respect my opinion at least. I mean, if you don't want to be a believer, that's fine. I don't care if you're not a believer. As long as you agree with some of my message, we're all good, So getting back to what's been going on months ago, I know that Bud Light, I guess, and it all has to do, because I would have made a video months ago, ever since that thing, started popping up, I think in April, I believe. I think that's when it all started. Or March, I think mostly April. But, and it all started, because Bud Light, sponsored Dylan, the person that changed from a man into a woman there. I don't feel like saying the word because YouTube sucks. I don't trust YouTube's algorithms. But, Dylan, the influencer, a.k.a. Mulvaney, there. Let's see if YouTube doesn't know about that part. So, yes, it all started when they wanted to collab to whatever that thing is there. I don't care. I don't care if she's a woman or a guy. Who cares? I don't care about their damn gender, I don't give a shit about their gender. It's not a big deal, The thing is, when you think of beer, guys, what do you think of it? What do you think of beer as a whole? What do you think beer is associated with if we want to avoid the negative aspect of alcohol? What do you associate beer with, especially in the southern USA? I'll give you like 5 seconds. You've guessed it, barbecues. Who the hell would not want to drink beer? Even if you're not an alcoholic, who wouldn't want to drink beer at a barbecue? I know I would sometimes, at least when I'm in Mexico with my family. But, when I first saw the reactions, it was cool to see anti-left wing, backlash, to see the backlash against the left wing woke ass motherfuckers. It was kind of cool, but then I kind of saw it as an exaggeration, I saw it as oh, well, people are just getting too angry. Like, man, you're all getting too angry about it because of some transgender person just to be associated someone with the LGBTQ community, and I thought, well, you guys are overreacting too much, I'm gonna stay neutral, semi-neutral on it, mostly the conservatives were the maddest about it. And then, when I realized, I was like, oh, well, and getting back to what I said earlier, what's beer, what do you think beer is all about, or what is associated for the most part, Yeah. And when I think about it, and when I thought about it like a month ago, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Maybe it does make sense why people are mad about, the whole sponsorship, with that dude or girl, whatever. And it made sense, just to see how, to people being mad, it totally makes sense, And I was like, yeah, you know what? That's not the person who should represent a beer company. I need to have some like country singer, at least some country star represent a beer company, or heck, some, doesn't have to be just country music, but that's kind of associated with country singers. And they sing about beer in their country songs, a lot of beer, and just to see, people just boycotting them, it's fun to see, people shoot, I loved seeing Kid Rock, and not that I really agree with Kid Rock, I don't believe in the left-right paradigm, but just seeing him shoot off of his MP5, well, I don't know if he owns NFA items, National Firearms Act, just seeing him use a submachine gun, the H&K MP5, just seeing him shoot a beer of, Bud Light cans, that was fun to see that, and then, some person from some parent of the Parkland, saying, the headline, victim's parent of the Parkland, has a response for, Kid Rock. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck did his video have anything to do with the Parkland thing? It had nothing to do with a mask pew pew, it had nothing to do with that. And to see, now I'm sorry if anybody has to go through that. Nobody should have to go through that. But have to see him getting involved with Kid Rock? All it was just him shooting a machine gun on a can of Bud Light. What did he even say? And if I missed something, then it's my fault for not doing more research into it. I just don't want to, because I'm tired of people getting into a topic that had nothing to do with something, All his video was just him shooting a can of Bud Light. And then I saw a cool shotgun video. Someone putting, a Bud Light can on top of the barrel of the shotgun and just boom, making it all explode. I enjoyed that video too. That's the best one, you know. But for me, it's really not none of my business whoever shoots their own, shoot their own, Bud Light thing, and just seeing the boycott, I'm like, you know what, Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch, I want to sound like I'm following into the trend, into a left-right paradigm. But I'm sorry, bro. If it had to be in Mexico and I had to, drink a Tecate or a Bud Light, I'm going to drink a Tecate and not some damn Bud Light. Bud Light, you did this to yourself, You're losing a lot of money, A lot. Not everybody wants to buy. I don't want to exaggerate because I did see somebody buy a Bud Light can, And then I saw in Canada, I don't know if it's true or not. I saw somebody harass someone. I mean, a news, footage and news press from the police up there in Canada saying, that somebody harassed someone for buying Bud Light. And that's very wrong, If I saw someone buy a Bud Light, I'm not going to do anything about it or question them. That's the most stupidest thing you could ever do. You just mind your damn business. Don't fucking, if there's a brand that you hate that someone wants to buy, stop making it a big deal, They're not hurting you. They're not hurting you. So just leave them alone. Let them buy that bullshit of a brand, But don't harass people like that, please. That goes against the non-aggression principle. And getting back to that, what my channel really is about now, I'm still an ANCAP, but I am more of a libertarian now, more of a semi-apolitical libertarian, because I really don't want to register myself into the Libertarian Party. But I don't know if maybe I might want to vote, but nah, I don't think I really want to vote, I don't know. I think we're way past beyond voting, And I know I have a YouTuber here that's my buddy, and he's going to get upset with me saying that about voting, because I know he votes, in the state of Missouri, and I get where he's coming from, and I support his cause, It seems like Missouri is taking a lead, and people are noticing, what he's doing in Missouri. Mr. Patrick Holland from Truth, Money, and Freedom podcast and the Missouri Liberty Alliance? No, I think it's the Missouri Liberty something, initiative. The Missouri Liberty Initiative. So yeah, sorry if I made this video long, I had a lot to say. But yeah, I guess it's easy for me not to buy. And for me, I don't make this into a big deal. I don't want to make this Bud Light thing into a big deal. Come on. No one's going to die, The best thing you can do is just boycott them. Just don't pay too much attention to them. But at the same time, I'm not here to tell people what to boycott or not. I'm just telling you, if there's a company that you feel like, or I feel like is against us, boycott them. But at the same time, I'm not pressuring you to boycott. I know people say Walmart is a bad company, and I admit I go to Walmart sometimes for some stuff, but I only go to Walmart I only go to Walmart just to buy some stuff, at least to buy some BBs and some pellets, because they're much cheaper there than, say, sadly, Bass Pro Shops. I really don't think their Bass Pro Shops is really cheap, but they do have a much bigger selection of stuff than, Sportsman Warehouse or Big Five Sporting Goods or Dick's Sporting Goods or Walmart. I hate to say, they have more BB guns over there. Actually, no, they do have more, but I think they have more firearms than BB guns. They do have a little more than compared to, say, Sportsman Warehouse, but they do have a decent selection. I don't think they sell that many BB pistols there. BB guns, aka BB pistols. Unlike, either way, and they don't really sell that many BB guns there too. Well, actually, they sell a little more than compared to like Sportsman Warehouse, but that's all I had to say. I feel like I needed to say what I didn't say months ago with what's been happening in the world. Oh, yeah, guess what? One more thing. I've been hearing people say, about, the sound of freedom. But I bet people are in the truther community are gonna say, "Oh well, it's a psyop. When it sound freedom, sound like a psyop because it's in the establishment. Honestly, bro, I'm done with the truther community. Most of the truther community, in my opinion, is just full of shit. I've unsubscribed to so many, people in the truther community. It's just uncomfortable to listen to. I don't care if people say, hey, well, you don't want to know the truth. Yes, I do, but I don't need to be repeating what I know already. Like so many times again and again. Like it's a waste of time. Y'all should be getting close to God or just go out into the country. I hope I never have to rent a stupid apartment again. That's why this year has been so good and mostly bad for me. I'm so sick and tired of just idiots in this society. My neighbors below, when I used to live in the apartment, and then I had somebody in my gated community. I don't even think he belonged in there. He probably was trespassing. I mean, if you jump over and you're not invited there, you have no relatives, no friends there, then you shouldn't be in a gated community, asshole. I had some fucking asshole smash, throw a rock in my window and make a fucking crack. Some dumbass, he literally throwed a fucking rock on me and then getting back to. I mean, that dad and me literally confronted that asshole. My dad was just overreacting into it. But, told him to leave. I went back with my relatives. So then he just jumps over the barrier, us kicking him out of our damn neighborhood. But I'm actually very glad I got to talk with our neighbor, because Jesus, my neighbor, it was like, wow, I'm glad we finally got to meet our neighbor properly, because it's kind of sad that we don't trust our neighbors anymore. And I'm glad we got to talk to her, and it was kind of life changing. I hope for me, getting back into what I want to do in my future. I don't know. I'm really tired of all this garbage. So anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I don't have anything else to say. I hope you guys like me getting back into talking about sensitive topics. It's kind of nice to be back into that type of stuff. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, hit a like and subscribe. I was just going to make this into 20 minutes, but I guess I had a lot to say. So anyways, since nobody watches my lives, so thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, hit a like and subscribe. Maybe I should put a thumbnail just to make the video interesting. So anyway, see you guys in the next video. Hopefully the next video I get something cool out. Peace.